Thanks for inviting us in. It's 11 o'clock and we want to begin tonight with breaking developments out of Richmond, where that warehouse fire has now been burning for hours. The fire marshal confirming in the last few hours it's likely going to continue burning for days. Right now, an evacuation order is in place in Richmond because investigators say the smoke is toxic. Our Rachel Krause has been in Richmond all evening. Rachel, getting this huge fire under control has been a massive undertaking, hasn't it?
Yeah, and Scott, this fire has already been burning for over 8 hours, and we've been watching for hours as firefighters from Richmond and surrounding counties have been working to spray water down on the facility as they work to put out the blaze. City leaders tell us this is exactly the scenario they'd been trying to prevent.
It's probably the biggest cloud smoke I have seen in ever.
What started as business as usual for Rick Schrader came to a sudden stop after seeing smoke just down the road.
We started to see a little plume of smoke coming out of there. Within, I would say, I don't remember for sure, it was 10 or 15 minutes. It grew and grew and grew to a much bigger fire.
This massive warehouse fire started in a recycling facility, originating from a semi-trailer filled with plastics. Richmond Fire Chief Tim Brown says by the time they got to the site, the entire building was engulfed.
We can see there's a lot of plastic in the building, around the building and all that. And I'm imagining that was a little bit of the fuel for the fire that kept it going. And
Brown says there's only one way in and one way out, making it hard to contain the fire. And he says the building owner knew it.
It's very frustrating for all of us. The battalion chief on today, he was very frustrated when he pulled up because we knew it wasn't a matter of if, it was a matter of when this was going to happen.
Richmond Mayor Dave Snow says they've had to designate this an unsafe building, attempting to force the owner to clean up the site.
This property owner has been very irresponsible and negligent of this site and has fought those cleanup orders for a long time.
But as firefighters spend hours working to put out the blaze, the danger isn't coming from the flames.
And, the smoke is definitely toxic.
State Fire Marshal Steve Jones says they're ordering those within half a mile of the fire to evacuate. Others they're calling on to shelter in place, turn off HVAC, and bring animals inside.
There's a host of different chemicals, plastics give off when they're on fire. And so it's concerning, and we want to make for sure that we give the people a heads up about an evacuation and just keep monitoring.
So far, minimal injuries from the fire. Richmond Fire tells us that one firefighter injured an ankle when they fell down a ravine but was treated and released. As for the fire, the state fire marshal says it could take days to get this put out. Hazmat teams and IDEM are already in the area as they monitor air conditions for toxic threats, but stress that anyone who is downwind of this smoke cloud needs to avoid the area.
All right, Rachel Krause reporting live from Richmond. Thank you so much. You've been on this story from the beginning. So right now, there's an emergency shelter available for people forced to evacuate in Richmond. It's located at Bethesda Ministries at 2200 Peacock Road. And our team coverage continues tonight with Lauren Kostick, who spoke with the neighbors impacted by this blaze.
I'm joking. Look at those flames. They ain't going nowhere fast.
Wendy Snyder and her family watched as smoke rolled into her Richmond neighborhood.
All I seen was flames and smoke. Thick, black smoke.
Their home just a block away from the plastics recycling facility. At one point, Wendy says their whole backyard became dark and full of smoke.
It was very scary for me. I was afraid for my husband and my son. I was also afraid for me.
About an hour after the fire started, the three of them evacuated, coming to this shelter just west of the fire. Other neighbors say they weren't even home at the time.
A friend called and said that the fire was pretty close to the house.
Marquita Stokes and Tushawn Craig were both at work, rushing home to grab their 4 kids and 3 dogs. When they pulled up,
it's just straight fear. I mean, it looks like it's in my backyard.
As crews continue to battle the huge blaze just miles away, families are left with a lot of questions.
What's next? How long do we have to be gone? When can we go back home?
Answers investigators say could take time. In Richmond, Lauren Kostick, 13 News.